Natasha is coming out with a new palette. My bestie is launching blushes. So many good things. So if that sounds good to you, just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so I highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. I actually am wearing some new releases on my face today, and I also got 2 new palettes to show you guys, so let's go ahead and chat about it. The first thing that's on my eyes today, I'm finally trying out the DD and Makeup on Your Radar collaboration. This is the Elegance palette, so we have 4 of these mini palettes, and I definitely want to go through each one, but today I wanted to try out this one, and so I created this look. I did try to film a little reel. Hopefully it all looks okay. If it does, I'll post it on Instagram for you guys, but these are available, I believe, for pre-order. I haven't really looked a ton into it, but I will leave the DD Signature website down below, and I believe you can apply my discount code KHMAKEUP to save even more on this. So yeah, I'll put the info down below. Again, I'm so excited to be playing with these, and I really like this eye look, so that's the first thing I want to mention. The second thing on my face today is a bunch of new stuff from Blend Bunny. So they collab with Donnie Darkowitz, and oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed because I totally butchered their name on my YouTube video, and they were so kind and sent me a DM and said, like, this is how you pronounce my name, and I was like, oh my gosh, here I was thinking in my head, like I actually like Googled how to pronounce the name and it totally went awry. So anyway, I'm so embarrassed, okay? But that's life, right? You make mistakes, you own up to them, and you move on. So I'm so embarrassed, but I'm so thankful that they corrected me because that's the name on the palette, and I kept thinking, anyway, I don't want to talk about it. There's no spacing here, so I couldn't figure out that it was actually Donnie Darkowitz and not how I broke it down. I thought the last name was Kowitz, which is so stupid. So I do apologize for totally butchering that, but I am wearing parts of this collection on my face today. Of course, I have to talk about the eyeshadow palette first. I did create a look with this, and this is already available. It launched on Sunday because I do believe it was the creator's birthday as well, so I'm guessing they had like a celebration, but this is a really pretty palette. I don't want to go on too much about it because I did create a video, did a look, so if you're curious about it, I would recommend checking out the video. I am wearing on my face today the highlighter palette from this collection, so I did use this shade right here. It's a really pretty like pinky shade, and there's no base to these, so they go with a lot of different skin tones. And I also decided to wear the lip liner and the lip gloss from this collection as well because I thought it would go really well with this eye look, and so I just wanted to mention what was on my face as well as show you guys that new release. This palette I feel like is getting so much hype. This is the Nomad Fuji 5 Lakes palette, and I did create 2 looks with this palette, and I posted that video on Saturday. So this one is also already available on the Nomad website. It launched early this morning, and I'm super excited about this color story. So if it's something you're interested in, you can always pick it up. And yeah, I don't want to, again, drone on about it because I already did a video, but this is a very beautiful palette. This packaging is spectacular. Nomad did such a good job. Okay, I do have one more palette to talk to you guys about. It is the By Us Garden Busters palette. So By Us Cosmetics is a new brand. They reached out, asked if they could send their new palette, and I was like, sure, of course, I'd love to try it out. So I created 2 looks with this palette, and I have a review of it on my YouTube channel as well. So if you want to check it out, I would highly recommend. I don't think this is launching till like the 25th or so. I'll put the information down below. But if you guys want to take a peek at this palette and decide if you want to pick this up or not, you have the chance to do that because I have a video of this. So if you're nosy, you can check that out. Okay, so I think that's it as far as new releases that I have with me. I'm going to slide on over because we have so many good things to chat about today, and I'm so excited. Okay, so we have to talk about the new announcement from Natasha Denona, Ultimate Neutral Warm version of my viral I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette featuring a must-have color story and debuting 2 brand new innovative eyeshadow formulas, my Slip Cream Matte and Metal Gloss that I know you're going to go crazy over. With a harmonious blend of metallic champagnes, rich caramels, shimmering rosy coppers, essential browns, and a fun color shifting trio chrome, this versatile palette is perfect for all skin tones. It's going to launch on the 22nd at natashadenona.com and then at Sephora and Ulta on August 25th. So first of all, do I have every neutral palette that I've ever needed? Yes. Do I review eyeshadow palettes for my job? Yes. Am I gonna get this palette? Most likely, only because I really want to compare it to the Cosmic Brushes neutrals palette, because I kept saying like this is what the Natasha Denona like golden palette could have been. So I'm very curious to see the difference. She's really in her like neutral girl era, and honestly I'm not mad about it, because if it makes other people happy and it's palettes that people are asking for, like why freaking not? And I have a feeling I'm gonna like this. It looks really pretty, it's beautiful, it's deep, and I think the trio chrome is a really nice addition. I am excited. Yes, I feel like a bit of a hypocrite because I know it's another neutral palette. It's like the 55th neutral palette from Natasha, but I'm also excited because I do like the formula, and I think this is a midi palette, right? So I'm assuming it's gonna be like under, oh yeah, it's $69. So yeah, I'm a sucker, and her bronze palette is my favorite like midi palette, I guess before the Yucca palette came along. So yeah, I'm gonna probably get this one. I'm not gonna lie. Don't wreck me in the comments. Okay, I get it. I'm the problem. It's me. But I'm also really, really interested to see how this is gonna be different from her other neutral palettes. And then we have to talk about my friend Angie. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Singe Beauty. I did get my shipping notification for my PR, and I'm so excited because I have seen her working on this behind the scenes. So the new Singe Beauty Evocative Blush Collection launching Friday, August 23rd at noon Central Time. These are 4 glowy but not sparkly powder blushes, and it's $18 per blush, or you can get all 4 for $65. So we have 4 beautiful shades, and the swatches are amazing. She did name all of these in her video. I'm just looking at the Singe Instagram page right now, and the names aren't on there, but I think there's like raisin, rhubarb, like they have really fun names. And of course she made a warm glowy orangey blush, and I know I really want to try all of these, so I can't freaking wait for my package to get here, because I'm going to put all these blushes on. You know, the blush demon is ready. The blush demon is prepared. She's going to be testing these out. I mean, I kind of have a feeling they're going to be really good. It's Angie. She's not going to put something out that isn't top tier. And also they're launching makeup bags, which I am also really excited about, because who doesn't love a good makeup bag? So I believe there's 2 sizes. There's like a larger one and then a smaller one, and I will be getting all those. So I'll show them all to you guys when it's all here. I'm just so excited because it's a big deal. I can't imagine launching a brand and coming out with products consistently. I can't imagine how expensive it is, how much more work goes into it behind the scenes. So I'm very, very excited for her and the brand as well. Okay, I'm seeing this. This is so cute. Betty Jean just announced her collab with Sigma. I'm so over the moon excited to share with you. I got to curate my own favorite set. This is a collection of my absolute favorite eyeshadow brushes that I use all the time. My full reveal and demo is on my channel now. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Congratulations to Betty Jean. I'm going to link this down below in case you guys are interested in shopping. That is so cool. And then the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the new launch from Unearthly. So I believe, I haven't read into this a whole lot, but I think this is part of their like fall launch. So they launched this beautiful gargoyle collection, and of course I was like, give it to me. So we're getting the eyeshadow palette sent in PR, but I did buy the whole collection, the rest of it. So we have the gargoyle palette, which is $68. It says dive into an 18-pan masterpiece featuring a hauntingly beautiful array of shades from ethereal pastels to deep dark hues. We also have a liquid highlighter trio for $38. And these are the shades Vengeful Violet, Phantom Blue, Eternal Ember. And I really, really liked the highlighter formula in the mini mystery box for the Halloween collection. And so I'm super duper excited to try these ones in the Gargoyle collection. We also have a lip gloss trio that is hydrating, shiny, and the shades are Twilight Whisper, Gargoyle Gloom, and Enchanted Ebony. And then we've got 3 matte liquid lipsticks, and there's Moonlight Mauve, Cathedral Rose, and Shadow Veil. And all of this is available to purchase on the Unearthly Cosmetics website. So the estimated shipping date is mid-September, but they've already shown the entire collection. This palette kind of reminds me of their In the Dark palette. I think that's the right one. They had one that was a holiday collection back in the day that was these like blue purples and like very grungy. So this one looks like a more expanded version, and I'm really excited with this new palette because it's that kind of color story but expanded, and I really like the Unearthly formula, so I can't wait to dig into this palette. I just wanted to mention that they've launched that new collection because I feel like sometimes it just feels like so much is happening and we don't really get to talk about stuff, or it gets announced like after I film this video, and it's just been chaos. So I'm sorry if I haven't covered it, but I'm covering it now. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the launch details from Krypton Cosmetics. So they're launching the Atlantis palette and the Violet Crazy palette, and these are coming out on the 25th at 12 p.m. EDT time. So free shipping will be applied, and basically it's 2 beautiful palettes. One is like a more purpley and one is more of a blue tone theme. I talked about it a few weeks ago, so now we have the release dates, and I have not tried this brand, but when I posted about wanting to try it, I got a lot of really good feedback from creators as well as you guys letting me know that you were interested in seeing me try this out. So I need to remember to grab this, but also I'm like realizing now that I think that's a Sunday. Like it's this upcoming Sunday, isn't it? And I have some plans, so hopefully I'll be able to grab it, but I am very, very excited to hopefully get a chance to try this brand, and their stuff looks so good. We also have a launch from Refer. I saw my friend Heather talking about this. So they collabed on a cheek brush with Alexandra Anil. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know this creator. I'm not familiar with them, but it says that this is a petite cheek brush that features an innovative single press ferrule that allows for a shape that's fluffy, blendable, yet unexpectedly precise. Handcrafted in Japan using a hybrid of natural and synthetic materials to work for both powders and creams. I love small brushes like this. If you guys have seen me apply blush, you usually see me using one similar to this from Sigma. So I have not bought Refer brushes in quite some time. And honestly, I'm not really looking for more brushes right now. Obviously, if one of my like absolute favorite brush brands like Sigma or Singe were to come out with a new brush, I would pick that up, but I just don't need this right now, and I'm trying to budget. It's going really, medium well, and I know that Creators and Friends just announced that they're doing their Christmas party in Vegas, and I'm hoping to go. I hope I get invited, first of all, but I'm hoping to go, so Mama needs to save all her YouTube coins to do that. Okay, next we have from Summer Fridays. They just launched a jet lag skin soothing hydration mist. This hydrates, soothes, and supports your skin moisture barrier, leaving it dewy and hydrated. It can be misted both over and under makeup. We also have the jet lag deep hydration serum, and this is a lightweight jelly serum that hydrates and calms your skin. So of course they're so well known for their jet lag mask. Personally, I've tried it a few times over the years and I didn't really get the hype, but I know a lot of influencers really pushed the jet lag mask when it first came out. So maybe there's other people out there that really enjoy it. I don't really feel the need to try these 2 products, but I just wanted to mention that it was something that was coming out maybe potentially soon. We also saw Huda reveal her product. So this is the Easy Blur Foundation, created to be used with our best-selling Easy Bake. We wanted to give you the most beautiful, no filter needed, ultra blurred effect. The three of these products together make up our new easy routine, Prime Blur Bake, the most blurred skin ever. When I stopped using filters in 2021, I had no idea it was going to change how we make products. But now I am so happy we made that commitment. That's actually really cool. I did not know that Huda stopped using filters. Who knows? Honestly, I don't know how to check that stuff, but I'm going to take her word for it. It's going to launch early on the Sephora app on September 1 and then worldwide on September 2nd. So we do have a little bit of time. I think it's already up on the Sephora website. So I have my eye on it. I've got it loved. I've got it hearted. It's on the list of things I'm definitely going to try this month. And then we have from Moira, they sneak peek these cuties. They look a little like those blushes that House Labs just came out with. So it just says soft, sweet, and oh so flush. Can you guess what's coming? 8/22/2024. So I'm guessing it's those stick blushes. Not something I'm super interested in at this time, but good for them is what I say. The more, the merrier when it comes to blush. So this is Clinique's Almost Lipstick in Black Honey and Pink Honey, and this is retailing for $20. I've heard such good things about Black Honey, and honestly, it does look like a really beautiful lipstick. I really love these two colors, and I think it's a great way to try out the product if people aren't interested. I'm definitely going to pass on it because I don't need any lipsticks right now. But if you've always wanted to try Black Honey, that might be a good option for you. Okay, so LYS also announced what they were sneak peeking. I think we talked about it like 2 weeks ago. It's the Triple Fix Skin Tint, an all-in-one skin stick serum, primer, and foundation that instantly wipes away the look of texture while giving skin a natural veil of coverage. Featured in 22 skin-loving shades, this blendable and buildable vegan foundation stick formula easily glides onto the face to blur the look of any surface texture while leaving behind a natural satin finish. Made for all skin types, say goodbye to unwanted texture and enlarged pores with this comfortable formula that is fortified with green tea extract, watermelon seed extract, rosehip oil for long-lasting hydration and radiance. This is going to launch on 8/27. So it sounds absolutely lovely. I love a stick foundation. I think they're the easiest ones to use of all foundations. What am I going to do now? I was going to try so hard to save money in August because I just feel like I ran into a bit of a deficit at the end of July. So I'm going to have to make some tough decisions. But honestly, that product sounds amazing. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that. Okay, we have a new hair care release from Ouai. This is the Scent Bart's hair oil. I had a feeling they were going to do a hair oil because they just did a body spray in this fragrance. It's a limited edition hair oil infused with the tropical St. Bart's scent that fights frizz, protects against heat, and gives strands a healthy looking shiny finish. So I will say I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but I actually don't really like the St. Bart's fragrance. I bought their collaboration with Tower 28 in the lip jelly, and I also bought the body spray because there was so much hype, and it's just like a very overly sweet, like coconutty scent. Kind of reminds me of the Sol de Janeiro, and I just don't like it. I honestly would have probably returned it if I had made up my mind sooner, but it's too late. I missed the return deadline, but yeah, it's just not my favorite scent. So I'm not going to pick up the hair oil. I think I've learned from my mistakes. So there's that. We also have restocks happening from Ensley Rain. So their Lands of Enchantment palette is back in stock. It's so beautiful. It's these beautiful blues and purples. And then I also saw their Flutter and Flourish bundle. The last time I checked was back in stock last week. I don't know if it's still available, but if you wanted to pick up their Flutter and Flourish duo, it's $100. So I'll link all that down below for you guys as well. We also have another restock from Bella Beaute Bar. This is their Strange and Unusual palette, and it is in updated magnetic packaging. Please note we've made 2 improvements to the new palette. The shade Beetlejuice has changed from a satin matte to a regular matte formula, and the shade Recently Deceased Neon Matte Green has an improved formula. Now I kind of want to buy it. I'm going to have to go take a peek because this is a beautiful palette. I know my friend Heather definitely convinced me to buy it and give Bella Beaute Bar a chance, and then began our love affair for the brand, so I'm super duper excited to see that they've improved the palette even more. Okay, so we have a collaboration between Freya 86 and Shall We Makeup. So this is the Somber Garden, a dark somber and vintage inspired dungeon synth adventure. I present my magic. Leave room in your garden for fairies to dance. Somber Garden collection includes both full-size and mini-size eyeshadow palette with multiple use duo lip mud. 3 multi-chromes, 1 shimmer, 6 mattes. The full size is $59, the mini size is $29, and the duo lip mud in Wisteria is $10. I can't remember if we've talked about this brand before on my channel, but that mini size is such a good idea. I wonder how mini the mini is, but I probably missed it. This looks so beautiful. It's probably already sold out. I'll have to take a peek later, but this color story is so grungy and so beautiful, and I just, wow, like those multi-chromes are stunning. I think they chose some really beautiful grungy mattes, so congratulations on the collaboration. This I thought was so random. Melt restocked their Monarch blush palette. So this is a beautiful blush palette that they launched in 2021. Actually, I remember this collection came out when I was in the hospital. It was so funny because I think this collection will always have a special place in my heart because I was in the hospital with my daughter. I got induced and it just took forever. It's like a whole thing. So I was in the hospital like multiple days, and I very, very vividly remember talking to my friends on like Marco Polo while we were all ordering this collection. So I just think it's weird that they restocked it because it was this big collection and it was so expensive. And I remember like thinking like, oh my gosh, like how can Melt like launch such an expensive collection? And I don't even know if it actually ended up doing really well for them, but it is available now for $39. It's a beautiful blush palette, so if you missed out, you can definitely pick it up. Okay, so we have a launch from Hard Candy that's coffee themed. This is the Freshly Dripped new limited edition shades of their viral Glosstopia Lip Slide Espresso. Lip Slide in Espresso is a tinted lip oil that delivers creamy color and hydrating shine in a single swipe. Here's what's inside. There's there's a whole like ingredient list there, and it's $8. Now, I did talk about how I'm so surprised that there isn't more like coffee scented or flavored things in the makeup industry when I was talking about the Summer Fridays lip balm. So I'm happy to see that Hard Candy got the memo. I think they said they were going to send this to me. I haven't received it yet, but I'm very keen to see what it looks and smells like because in the end, I didn't really love this. Sorry, my camera cut me off, but I was saying in the end, I didn't end up loving the flavor of the Summer Fridays one like I thought I was going to. But, you know, I'm always open to trying, so I'm excited to see if Hard Candy did it better and, of course, more affordable as well. We have new launches from Rabon, so they have a all-over concealer, and this is 15 colors and $22. I've heard really good things about this brand. I haven't tried them yet, so I don't really plan on trying the concealer, but I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts. And we also have mini blush palettes. These are also exclusively at Selfridges, so I guess they're not going to be on the Ulta app or anything. But these are some really pretty colors. I love like that dark brown shade. They're $31, and I guess if you have the Selfridges, what is it that like free shipping you can buy, you could definitely check that out and get it that way. We have a new launch from Youth of the People. This is the Superfruit Gentle Exfoliating Cleanser with vitamin C and papaya. This actually sounds really nice. I've been using their regular like spinach and kale face wash forever. I'm actually planning on using up my last container of that and then switching to the Prequel face wash because I use that as my first step in my nighttime cleansing routine, and I feel like that's such an effective cleanser. And I actually saw that Prequel is at Target now, so if you want to check out their face wash, I highly recommend. I also really like their vitamin C, and their stuff is so affordable. So my plan was to replace my Youth of the People once I finish it up with the Prequel, but this actually sounds quite lovely as well. It says it's a gentle exfoliating cleanser with fruit enzymes, acids that brighten and boost cellular skin renewal, leaving skin smooth, Soft and Radiant. So this is coming on the 1st for $39. We also have from Olaplex, they're launching number 5, Moisture and Men Leave-In Conditioner for Split Ends, a reparative leave-in conditioner that immediately hydrates, softens, detangles, and seals split ends by up to 88% while continuously caring and protecting your hair. So this sounds really nice. I actually really need to get a haircut. I feel like the ends of my hair just look a little bit scraggly, so I need to take care of that. I don't think I need this product, but I love when brands come out with options for people and their hair. We also have a new launch from Benefit. This is the Benetint limited edition, and it is the rose tinted lip and cheek. I think these like went viral or something because people on TikTok were doing like a glazed donut trend. Also, honestly, if I have to hear the word demure and modest, like I get that people are using it ironically, but is it not like the joke of the century that like the millennials always make fun of like TikTok and like say like, oh my gosh, like there's another TikTok trend and blah, 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 blah. But then we're like the first ones to jump on it. It's almost like a joke at this point. Like maybe I'm just late to the party of realizing this, but I'm like, okay, so the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas come up with a trend and all the millennials try to stay on it to be relevant. But it's like, who are we trying to be relevant to? Because like I'm not making videos so that Gen Alpha watches it. If I have any Gen Alpha audience or Gen Z, like you're welcome here. I probably seem like an ancient grandma to you. I get that. Or maybe you're just like an old soul, because like there are people like that, but it's like it's just like a really weird cycle that like it just dawned on me this week, and I'm like, this is so ridiculous because I just hear people talking about demure and then it's like we're like hopping right on it. Like everybody's doing like caption demure and modest, and I'm like, oh my god, this is making me dizzy. Anyways, I'm not trying to sound like a pick-me, okay? I'm just saying it's just like we're propelling the problem. We're just we just keep contributing to it, even though it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of people saying things like I'm obsessed and doing like 5-second videos trying to tell people what makeup to buy. Yeah, that was a bit of a rant, but seriously, I'm a little tired, so I guess I needed to rant about it. But we have a new launch from NYX. This is their Beetlejuice collections. I think there's a Beetlejuice movie coming. So there's the color for the recently deceased 8-pan color palette for $18. There is a lip liner duo for $13. We've got a cheek palette, Sandworm Swirl Butter lip glosses for $6, gloss in Pomegranate Cloud for $9, Shrinker Sponge for $15, and the under eye patches for $13, and then a Volt for $110. Not gonna lie, low-key interested in the blush palette, especially if it's in that buttermilk formula. I don't know if it is, it doesn't say. Other than that, Beetlejuice isn't really my thing. I saw the trailer actually when I went and saw It Ends With Us with my mom, and I was just not that interested, so I'll probably skip on that, but I just wanted to mention it in case you guys were interested in the movie and buying makeup. So we also have a sneak peek of the NYX holiday launch. This is doing 2 collections, a holiday collection and a Home Alone collection. So the holiday collection will have 2 buttermilk face palettes. Cute. I wish they had just done the buttermilk packaging and then just done like special holiday packaging, but it's my brand, so it is what it is. We've got 4 butter glosses and we've got Fat Oil Slick Click trios. So that's very exciting. It looks very, very pretty. I'm gonna be passing on most of that. We also have the Givenchy holiday collection reveal. So this is the Prisme Libre highlighter in rose gold and light champagne. That actually looks really pretty. I don't know, have they done a highlighter in that packaging before? It does look very, very light, so I don't know how that's going to show up on my skin tone, but it does look pretty. I can objectively say that. Eyeshadow palette, and we've got 2 lipsticks, a warm brown and a red. Perfect colors for the holiday season. The palette looks a little bit meh, not really my vibe, but I think that it is a beautiful holiday collection. I did see this on, I think I saw it on was it on Sephora or Ulta? I can't remember, but Dyson came out with some hairstyling products. So it is a pre-style cream, and I was so curious because I haven't really tried a lot of hair care, and then for it to be from Dyson, and they make such great like hair tools, so I was curious but not curious enough to buy, so I did skip it, but I would be so interested in hearing people's reviews. We also have news that Ilia is coming to Ulta, which is so exciting because Ilia does have some fun products. Okay, friends, so I definitely think this was a really fun episode. There was so much to chat about. So as always, everything I chatted about, I will put in a pinned comment down below, and I always number everything so we can find things easier because it's quite a long comment and it gets really messy. So I do my best to kind of keep things streamlined. So all the links of things I chatted about, that's already available. You can find down below all my links, codes, all of the things. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having a great week. And don't forget to enter my giveaway. I have an August monthly giveaway going on. So I'd love for you guys to go ahead and enter. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. Let me know what launch you are most excited for this week. I always love chatting to you guys, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Bye, friends.